Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. We are here for a Saturday night clash, and it just doesn't get much more thrilling than this one on EA Sports College Football. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Oklahoma State's head coach told me before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Running inside, it's Hughes. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Quarterback floating away from pressure. You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him, The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Bring in the heat, and it's a sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. Picks up the first down. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes down the right side. The 20. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Back to throw, it's Wegman. The short hands, it's Thomas. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. Let's talk for a second about Houston. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The run inside. It's Hughes. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. At the 40, there he goes. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Young. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. The 30. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Page. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. There he goes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Back to the ground with the running back. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Finding some room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On target. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Back to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab inside the 30. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And that just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that first and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Cowboys! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires left. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest day.
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you got to feel good about where you're at on this field, man. The defense forces the turnover, sets you up so good. Now, the whole playbook is wide open. First down, they go with the pass. I would not be surprised if they turn right around here, try to get more physical, try to run the football, and try to capitalize on this field position.
They'll send the back in motion. Gonna run it. It's Hawkins. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Cowboys want to move quickly. They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Sanford. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to pass. It's Weckman. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. They are on it. You can tell. Reacting to what's going on, rushing the passer, being disciplined, tackling. The most important thing is getting guys on the ground. Now they forced an advantageous situation on 3rd and long.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He wants to go deep. Makes a deep grab.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone. Make a play to create space. Get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Steps away to find some room. Got his man all by himself. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Off play action. Looking to scramble. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Houston! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. You've heard the term, he throws a catchable ball. That one did not meet that definition.
That would be more of a wearable ball, wouldn't it? That would just, if it hits you, you're going to wear it. It had so much steam on it. But yeah, knowing the difference of when to take something off of it and use a little bit of that touch that you work on every day as quarterbacks.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Cowboys will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on third. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Complete left side, Coleman. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Cowboys with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. On the move at the 30. Turning on the Jets. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And just keep feeding this guy the football, and this scoreboard's going to keep lighting up. This dude is unbelievable. He needs just a little bit of space, and he has gone off to the races. This offense, David, has so many weapons, but this running back is a game changer.
He is, and so many weapons is right. This defense has had absolutely no answer so far, giving up way too many points early in this football game. They need to have a conversation on the sidelines. Get the defensive coordinator, get everybody involved. They need more juice, and they got to find some answers fast.
He'll bring it out. It's Sanford. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Young. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't...
Going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Plucks it out of the air. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. Can't get him to the ground. Across the 15. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cougar! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
The textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Page. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Hawkins. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 11 team, the Cal Golden Bears. And it's the Demon Deacons, sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season.
The Cowboys come out to get this drive started.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Moving out to the right. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Pulls and fired complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Coleman's got it on the right side. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Nice catch, just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
The Cowboys are rolling down the field. Running inside, it's Hawkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the left side, here's Coleman. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on fourth down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Caught in the backfield. It's Young. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. It's complete to the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season. The The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sanford. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Henderson. That's caught. It's Walker. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The run inside. It's Hughes. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Young. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Soft spot in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Page. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Off play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Hawkins. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And the Cowboys will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Young. Turning it on. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the ground, it's Hawkins. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Sellers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Man, that's exactly how you draw it up. You want to drop back. You want to play coverage. You want to make sure you don't give up a big play. You got a lead in the fourth quarter, but it also involves you tackling well and a nice job rallying to the football and making the tackle.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
Just keep slinging it. Pulls it in. It's Young. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Under fire. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Makes the grab. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Got it! He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. In the red area, it's Sanford. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They'll start this drive at their own 48. On the run, it's Hawkins. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball in his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.